Hey everyone, welcome to Aqua Road Radio, episode number 7. It is Saturday, August 26th, 2007, and I am your host, Shrebin Cavella. And joining me through the magic of the interwebs is Wares.
Yo!
And just wanted to let you guys know that we have a couple more new features in this episode, so let us know if you like them. And again, like last time, if you do, they'll stay. If not, we'll get rid of them. And of course, we need you guys' input and help to keep it together because we're sure bound to run out of ideas.
We need you guys.
We always need you guys. Also, before we continue on really quick, just wanted to bring up the new site because we put that up after the last episode, I believe.
That's right, we've moved.
And yeah, we've gotten positive feedback. No one's really said they hated it, so we're keeping it. And the tabs, we love the tabs.
We love those tabs. Tabby,
tabs
they're
are
so
so
tabby.
sexy.
But it needs more color.
So, yeah, it does need color, but I'll work on it. I will. I promise.
The function is more important than the look, though. So.
Yes, it looks professional-er, though.
Much.
So, what have you been up to in the last couple of days, Where's?
I turned 2 digits into 3 digits.
Yes. Congratulations again on level 100.
Thank you. As our loving guildmaster likes to say, 100. It's the most overrated milestone in MapleStory.
Why is it overrated?
Well, because nothing really happens. It's all just psychological. You're not changing jobs.
No.
Nothing changes except that you get a little more respect, I guess.
You should get the Apple suit.
Exactly.
As soon as you turn level 100, they should put an Apple suit on you, and you can't take it off till you turn level 101. I love that Apple suit. I want it back.
Okay, how about yourself? What have you been up to?
I'm actually moving back into my dorm tomorrow. So the last couple days have been really hectic, just running around, packing everything. Actually, by couple days, I mean today, because I haven't started packing till this morning, and it was really crazy. Did some last-minute shopping. Picked up a new mic, by the way. So if all you guys hear some odd noises or strange things, it's because I'm fiddling around with a new mic, and I'm not really familiar with it yet. But yeah, other than that, actually started playing MapleStory somewhat consistently again. And yeah, that's more or less it. It's been cool.
Awesome.
Getting online. I'm out of rates, which is nice.
Finally.
It's about time.
We've been trying to drag Mr. Nephris out of the subway for I don't know how many weeks now.
I've been there since I was level 51, and I'm 76 now, so I've discovered the wonders of wolf spiders, so hopefully I'll be spending more time there. And Where's loves the EXP that we get from them.
Oh, they're not the highest thing I can train on, but I love the drops. They've been very, very good to me.
Screamers and Ilbies and whatnot.
Screamers and Ilbies, oh my.
Us priests don't get any drops. Everyone else takes them.
No one ever shares with you?
No, well, I mean, I've only been there a couple times, so.
You got to party with me. I'll give you some. I'll give you some of the crappier ones. How's that sound?
All right, I'll take what I can get. Okay, so because I'm moving in tomorrow, we're gonna have to run through this episode. I'm on schedule. Got to get up at like 6 in the morning and drive 2 hours. So hopefully we can. If everything seems rushed, it's my fault. But on to news.
News it is.
Oh, it'd help if I actually turned on the sound. Alright, now it's news.
Aqua Road Radio News.
So, up in news, we have, first off, a MapleStory Anime, which is kind of interesting because I'm not really sure what kind of storyline they're going to give it. How do you really place a storyline with a multiplayer online RPG?
It'd be interesting. Good trick. Good trick.
Or it could be completely horrible.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, even if it is horrible.
Yeah, to an extent. If they do the voices all wrong, oh, it'll be torturous. It's all about the voices when it comes to anime. But anyway, TV Tokyo will be airing on, well, has, I guess. No, October isn't this month. October is in a couple months.
Boy, your clock and calendar are all messed up, aren't they?
Oh man, summer is so getting to me. Once school starts, I'll be right on my bearings, but up until then. Okay, so October 7th at 8:30 a.m. TV Tokyo will be airing the first episode or premiere or however they do it of this MapleStory anime in Japan. Now, it's going to be animated by Madhouse Studios, who has actually partaken in quite a few popular series. They animated series like Cardcaptor Sakura, Chobits, Death Note, a really popular series, though not as well known, called Monster. Really popular series called Trigun. So they've done a lot of good work, though some of their works have been kind of on the side, a little shoddy, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. I'd like to check it out. It's probably going to be a good 5-6 years before it comes into the US, but I'll definitely check it out as soon as I can.
Well, you know, I've got contacts in the underground. I may be able to find it for you.
I think I'm going to request it on my anime downloading site, which I
Sweet.
have a subscription for, so it's legal,
Legal! Oh, well, yeah,
Yes.
there's that too.
which is cool. I mean, that's aside from the point that they've been renewing my subscription at no cost for no reason, and I think it's a glitch, but it's still legal.
You glitcher!
I'm not complaining.
Well, let me check out one of those.
Moving on. Would you like to take this next item? Where's?
Sure. It turns out that European MapleStory, it has a new monster. It is a giant tomato, and we're gonna have a link
Tomatoes.
to a YouTube site that will show you a fight between some huge party. It looks like a huge crowd, probably more than a party, fighting this giant tomato. Apparently, it shows up in all of the towns there.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
It seems to me like it's like a fake boss kind of thing.
I wonder.
Is it just me or the fake boss is gone?
I
I,
haven't
ha-
seen
I
him
heard
for
the
a
people
while.
haven't been seeing any since the last patch.
Maybe they nerfed him with the patch.
Stupid patch doing a lot of things, taking away the little things and the big things.
That's too bad. I was enjoying smacking Papulatus around every now and again.
But this giant tomato, I mean, who wouldn't want to beat up on produce? Giant red tomato comes walloping into town, and I mean, I can just imagine everybody on channel 1 at the Curing Party Quest area just lunging at this tomato.
It'd be great just to watch it.
I really hope that's one of the things they're gonna bring out. I hope it's not exclusive.
They so ripped this off from that movie, Attack of the Giant Killer Tomatoes. You have to watch that movie if you haven't seen it. It's funny.
Nah, someone's probably gonna make me watch it in college.
Oh, sure. It's a rite
I
of
will
passage.
though. I will. But the tomato once you kill it, it drops like a gazillion tomatoes, and I believe you can only pick up one and hold one in your inventory at a time. And I bet it's probably to prevent people from selling them on the free market for abnormally high prices. But,
No doubt.
I mean, people are going to do it anyway. But besides the point, we also believe it has to do with completing a quest, because in the second video that we have, when the guy picks up a tomato, a little quest complete box shows up. So, other than that, we don't really know much about it. So, if anyone who is listening from European MapleStory, let us know,
Yes, let us know.
because we want produce too.
Even if it's giant, monstrous produce.
But it's smiling and it's happy,
It's very happy.
which
Even when you
I'm
kill
not
it.
really sure if it's either creepy or pleasant. I guess you can never tell. Also, MapleThai has gotten quite a few stuff in their recent patch.
So jealous of them.
Yeah, totally. They have August 8th was, I believe, the day of the patch, and they got a new place called Siam. I'm wagering a guess.
Yes, that's it. Very pretty. Very pretty maps.
Yeah, the
From what I've
maps,
seen.
they're beautiful. But so I mean, I guess we really can't complain because we have New Leaf City, which is exclusive to us, and Siam's an exclusive to MapleThai thing.
Well, we can complain, but we won't really have any foot to stand on there. So
We will complain, but we won't have any. Everyone loves to complain.
oh yeah,
Then they also got those really pretty maps, like when you hit W and you get those world maps, and they're all like 3D, and they have the maps for Orbis and Aqua Road and all those places, and really detailed. And it's not something that really affects gameplay, but a lot of people have been asking for it in global ever since it came out in Korean MapleStory, and we still don't have them yet.
I have gotten them. I think I downloaded them from a link on Sleepywood, and I printed them out some time ago. Very
And
interesting.
you just like have it next to your computer?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess that works. Awesome. They also got a system party leader function, which is abnormally useful. It's not even abnormal, it's stupidly useful. It's it's like in you know how if you're in the Ludi party quest and you're waiting around and your leader's missed like 12 times and everyone's yelling at you for missing because you're the leader, and you get fed up with it and you don't want to be the leader anymore, or you want to quit and you want to leave and you just want to take a break. So what ends up happening is the leader quits and everyone else has to remake the party. But now there's a button called Party Leader, and basically the leader of the party can click on anyone else in the party and click this Party Leader button and just pass on the leadership. What do you think of that, Wars? How useful do you think that's
That's one of those things that you'd slap your forehead and go, why didn't they think of this before?
It's so obvious.
Right.
It's supposed to save time, so obviously you don't have to regroup your party and under a different leader and things like that. It's already everything's set to go. So basically the leader can leave the party at any time by just passing on leadership and leaving the party, and it barely affects anybody. Instead of
I can think of so many situations where, like when you're doing Dead Mind Scrolls, you can only have the same party leader for 3 goes. Then you have to reform.
and it's just so much easier just to click a button and have it done with.
Yes.
They also got a quest alarm, which I guess is, from the looks of it, it looks like our quest helper.
Right.
But we already have that, and I don't think it has anything special or anything more. But they talk about white scrolls a lot.
Do we have them?
I supposedly, but I don't know of anyone who's gotten one yet.
Either that, or they're getting them, and the people who make all these godly scroll, these godly weps, and then sell them for ridiculous amounts of money are hoarding them and not sharing them with anybody. I haven't seen them in free market anywhere yet.
I saw a thread where people were talking about them, and one of the pictures that this guy showed a white scroll that was about pet AP.
Okay.
Pets don't have AP, do they?
Good question.
Like, they don't have strength and luck and dexterity. They don't even do anything other than pick up stuff if you give them the right items.
Well, you can scroll their equips for jump and speed. Maybe it has to do with changing that. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. I'm not sure what it would be about.
Weird. But so far, as far as we know, white scrolls are not in Global Maple.
I'm guessing they might be, but exceedingly rare.
Or that. Well, okay. So the information that we've gotten by decoding the complex language that is Thai, is that basically you take the scroll and you take an item that you want to scroll and you use a scroll on it, like a dark scroll or a regular 60% scroll, or let's say use a 10% scroll on gloves, and it ends up failing. And so as soon as it fails, if you have a white scroll in your possession, a little window will pop up asking you if you'd like to use the white scroll. And if you say okay, then basically it'll go back, sort of, kind of like, I mean, you lose the scroll, but you'll get your slot back, so your slot wasn't wasted. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes, that
Also, if
does
you
make
have
sense.
curse scrolls and you use a scroll, it fails and it actually destroys the item. If you use the white scroll, it will undestroy the item. You'll get your item back without a loss of slots. And that's probably the biggest use for it, being able to use curse scrolls and getting your item back.
Some of the threads I've read have said that this will be the end of the economy as we know it.
Will it really? I mean, if it's as rare as it is if it's out in global.
Right. Well, maybe not if it stays rare. What it will do is make it much easier to make godly weapons. And
Right.
it'll make them much cheaper, which may look like a good thing, I suppose, to people who are buying them, but it'll make it harder for the producers to make a profit, I guess.
So it'll totally screw with the economy.
Yeah, but that's not any different from anything else that Nexon does.
No, alright then. Fair enough. Nexon does a lot of things to mess with us.
Oh, yeah.
Also, keep in mind that all this stuff from MapleThai, we've actually had to look through. We actually had to read Thai, and neither Wares and I know Thai.
It is so pretty, though. It is some of the prettiest text you'll ever see outside
It does
of
look really
Arabic.
pretty. But, so we basically had to use this website that every word you put your mouse over on the page, it'll give you the definition in a little pop-up box as you scroll your mouse over. And so we've decoded it, tried to piece together broken sentences. So don't hold us to it, but we feel it's pretty accurate. And lastly, for anyone who's interested, because I guess it's another little thing that MapleThai got. They got a Thai-style merchant, but it's just one of those little shops that people can set up, like the robot ones.
This Thai one is much nicer than the robot ones. Those robot ones are ugly.
They're looming. They like stick out and hover over you.
They look like they don't belong there. I purposely go out of my way not to buy stuff there. Yeah.
You don't buy stuff from people just because they use robot stores?
No, well, it just sounded good.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I think that's what I'm going to do from now on.
Okay, awesome. Is that like me and saying I'm not going to spend any more NX and then getting like 3 NX outfits in the next week?
Well, I'm glad you said it. Not me.
Oh man, that was so bad. I saw that seal pillow and it was so adorable, and I was like, okay, whatever. And all hell broke loose from there.
He couldn't control it. It's like an old addiction. You thought you were over it,
But the seal
and
pillow
you
was
fell
so
off
cute.
the bandwagon.
I did.
That's
Stupid
okay.
bandwagon.
He's got a couple of listeners. He's got a couple of really uber cute outfits that would make Miko jealous.
James the Munchkin. Not James, Jack. I called him James the other day too. And he was like, who the hell is James? I'm Jack. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I called him James again.
Oh,
No, he's Jack. I was making fun of him because his
Poor
last
Jack.
name is O, and I was calling him Jacko. Poor Jack. We love Jack.
Don't do that.
Anyway, right, we're in a rush. I got this. Okay, patch. Right, the patch. How can we not talk about this patch?
Oh
We were
my
actually,
goodness.
we thought we were done with the script. We had the script all done, and we were like, all right, we can record on Friday. And then Wednesday, the patch comes out, and we're like, oh,
Snap.
crap.
Out of nowhere, bam-o.
Straight in our face. And it's not even a little patch. It's like, here's a new city and town. Go look at it.
Have you been everywhere? I've been so busy I haven't hardly done 1 or 2 of these new quests.
I've done like one of them. Then again, I'm not really a quest fan, so I really don't spend much time on quests.
Oh,
But what do you think of the place in general?
Oh, it's pretty. And
It has really good music. Mulung.
I haven't like I said, I almost never have the music on anyway. I'll have to turn it on just to check it out.
No, Mulung music is really pretty. Nurima actually agreed, so that's
Oh,
kind
wow.
of surprising because she's not really a music fan either. I don't believe.
She is a very discerning young lady.
Yes, she is. Herbtown really bothers me though.
Why is that?
Mulung's music's pretty. It's okay.
Oh, the music.
Herbtown has vegetables walking around. It's kind of
Oh.
awkward.
Stuff of nightmares?
Yes.
Oh.
And if they get giant tomatoes, it would probably show up there. But What's really insane is that you have to go to Orbis, and there's that whole platform that leads to Mulong,
Sure.
and there's a stork. And okay, first of all, the stork is named Hack.
Hack, I love it.
I'm with Hack. Okay, exactly the kind of things they're trying to ban. They name it Hack. Okay, so and then it's a stork, so it takes you one at a time.
Right, like a little baby.
So it's everybody like over there clicking as fast as they can, putting their party questing leadership skills into play, and it's a 1 minute trip, so it's really not too bad, not too long. But taking 1% at a time is just annoying. And okay, well, I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but if you go in the stork and you pay your 6,000 mesos or something?
Yes, I believe it is 6,000.
It's expensive, but you pay your money and it move around a bunch in there, jump up and down, walk left and right. The screen actually cut off after the minute, and it dropped me back in Orbis.
Well, that'll teach you for bouncing around like an idiot.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or it was just because you're not supposed to move around. I'm not a glitcher. No. But no, it was really weird because I took it and then I was like, all right, I'm almost in Mulong, and then I was in Orbis, and it wasn't fun.
Weird.
And
have you noticed
it took my money?
Yeah, of course it did. Have you noticed though that you always get the slowest stork? You always get the oldest, sleepiest, slowest stork, because you look in the background, all the other storks are passing them by.
All the other storks are traveling like Mach 5.
Hurry up! Come on, Hack! Hurry up!
Exactly. And Hack's all lazy.
He's ready for retirement though.
Stupid Hack. But okay, well the good news is you can also get there through the aquarium. Yes. Through a dolphin.
Talk to the dolphin.
But
it's gonna cost you more.
It's gonna cost you 10 grand.
10K.
Well, then again, that's only like 4K more, I guess. And then I haven't been that way, so I'm not sure if there's a minute wait that way either. Do you know where's?
It's about like that again, yeah.
Oh, so it's a one at a time thing again?
I only went one time, and I think it. You know what? I think it may have been instantaneous. I can't remember.
We should look into that again, because if it's instantaneous, then it might be worth the 10 grand instead of having to sit there clicking.
Perhaps.
Oh man, especially when it first came out, because I got online the morning of the patch. It was extended like 3 hours, so.
Of course.
It was 10:30 my time, I think, and I was up at 9. So I don't even know why I was up at 9. It's summer break, but so I logged on at like 10:35, like immediately after. Everyone's screaming at everyone else, trying to figure out where it is. And yeah, once everyone knows, there's this giant rush. Every single channel had like, at least 12 to 15 people waiting for the ship from Ilinia to Orbis. And then once we got to the Stork, it's just everyone's clicking as fast as they can. Horrible.
Gotta be the first one.
Exactly. But it's... the whole method of getting over there one at a time just strikes me as really odd, considering that why?
I think it's cool.
You think it's cool? It's selective.
It's different.
Nah, okay. It's annoying. That's what it is.
But real life is annoying, so it makes it seem real.
But okay, all right. Well, everyone's playing this game to get away from their reality, because everyone loves fantasy more than reality.
But it has to be a logically consistent world to up the believability factor, to draw you into it.
Or it's Nexon just messing with us again.
Well, yeah, okay, that's probably most likely.
And then the patch has these like obscenely random changes to New Leaf City. I mean, they're just so pointless to an extent.
They turned the boomer map around.
What was with that? Like, it used to be that when you go to the portal all the way to the right of New Leaf City, you go through it and you end up on the right side of the boomer map and you travel left to get to the next map. But now it's the other way around.
I noticed that the first time I did. I actually did a double take. I'm like, am I seeing what I'm seeing?
I didn't even believe it was flipped. I was like, okay, I might have just forgotten how it was before. until a couple other people mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I could have swore. And then the mushroom, like the little portrait-taking mushrooms with the circles and the faces and the stuff next to the Sphinx and the Yeti, up in New Leaf City. There was this platform behind the yellow mushroom where you could like jump up onto the platform so that you can get your face, into the circle for the
Sure.
yellow mushroom. But they took that away.
So pointless. So very pointless.
And it was better before too, and it was easier to get your picture taken. Now you have to keep jumping and then clicking your screenshot button and hoping to catch it when your face is like in the right position.
Why? Why would you do something like that?
I don't know. Nexon hates us. That's what it is.
Yes, they do.
They need another press conference. I want to see them on the news. I want to see their president talk.
I want to answer.
Yeah, is that all we had for news?
Yes, I think we're done.
Okay. Coming up, we got a new section. Well, no, it's not a new section. We did newbie tips last time.
Yes, we did.
But we have a stinger for it.
Once again, I can't hear the stinger.
Newbie tips. Because we were all noob once.
We have a stinger. And I made Where's do it. And I forgot last time. And I told it was my fault that we didn't have one when we made the first newbie tip. And then I made Where's make the second one.
And I did such a good job at it.
He did do such a good job.
Oh,
Where's is
thank
good with the catchphrases.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, newbie tip number 2. Listen up. It's very simple. Simple to say, but not so simple to do. Know your prices. It's just that simple. If you're going to be selling something, or if you're going to be buying something, you want to know what the market value is. Now you can go into the stores, and you can see what the NPC price is, but what are actual players going to pay you? Well, one way to find out is to go to a site like Basil Market, and you can see what it goes for on an auction site. Or you can wander through a free market and see what some of the prices are there. You want to know what a good range is for your item or that you are selling or buying, so that you can not only be treated fairly if you're purchasing, but also treat the other person fairly. So, kids, know your prices. Do a little homework before you sell something.
I, for one, don't know any of my prices.
Well, then, if you don't, it helps to know a friend who does know their prices.
Yes. Friends are everything. So it's not really a newbie tip, because... no, I'm a noob. Never mind.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
We can we can all learn from newbie tips.
Where's like, okay, fine.
Well, everybody's a noob in their own special way.
Is that like saying everyone's unique in their own special way?
Something like that.
Alright. Okay, next up, we have a new section for you guys.
This one is new.
This one is new, and I'll talk about it right after the singer. Quest Corner, a slice of gaming pie. So, this section called Quest Corner is basically going to be us grabbing a quest and going through step by step on how to complete it.
Brand new section. All
Yes.
shiny and new.
All shiny and new. And so we go through and give you guys a run through on how to complete the quest, what's required to complete it, and then kind of give you guys an opinion on whether the quest is worth doing, is it fun, does it, make your life easier, so on and so forth.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Go for it. Forget about it. We'll let you know.
Okay, so first up, we're talking about Sabi Trauma, and the Diet Medicine, which is a level 25 quest. And, okay, so you go to Sabi Trauma, who is in Sleepywood. If you guys don't know, he's to the right of the Sleepywood hotel entrance.
One of those homeless guys sleeping right by the hotel door. Why don't they just tell this guy to move along? I don't know. Anyway.
No soliciting.
That's right.
So he should. You talk to him if you're level 25 or above, and he should offer you a quest called Sabi Trauma and the Diet Medicine. Keep in mind it's a level 25 quest, so of course you won't see it if it's not there. And alright, so you talk to the guy, and he tells you to go to Ilinia and talk to this guy named Shane. And so you either use a scroll or you make your way up through Sleepywood Forest, and you head over to Ilinia. Alright, so once you're in Ilinia, you make your way to like the very top. It's like all the way at the top. And you'll find Shane guarding the house, and it's near Ilinia Station.
Ooh, I hate that
I think it's
guy.
the first building to the left of it if you just follow down that path. And he's this like guy dressed in really snobby clothing and looks stuck up and makes you want to slap him in the face.
He is. He is stuck
He
up.
really is.
I hate
And then,
him.
okay, so you talk to him, and he's like, well, I can't let strangers into my grandfather's garden.
Yeah.
But for, some mesos, it's a totally different story. And you're like, what? Okay. So apparently, he charges you like a gazillion mesos. I'm pretty sure it's your level times 100, because it was 7,400 mesos when I did it, because I was doing it at level 74. Which seems abnormally high, and the number was in red. So red numbers, I believe, are usually numbers that fluctuate.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So I don't know. I think so. Have you done the Quest Wars?
Yeah, I started it twice. The first time I went in and I looked at it and I said, OMG, it's a jump quest. I'm out of here. You can keep your mesos. I don't do jump quests. Bye. Hated
Sounds
it.
Good. I should. You didn't even try it. You just looked at it.
Okay, I should go back.
Well, no, actually you shouldn't. And okay, hold on. This is why. So, all right, you immediately take into this Forest of Patience, which just by reading the title, it's going to be a horrible, horrible time.
Indeed.
And okay, so they call it patience. Call it hellish torture. You take your pick. So okay, either way, you're forced to climb up these tiny miniature platforms because, of course, it's a jump quest, and they love torturing you. Now the challenge lies in the fact that the platforms are like spaced apart just right so that you can only get it if you jump at the very last second from the previous platform. And also the platforms crisscross, and if you go up the wrong direction, then you'll actually come to a point where there's a hole, and or there's like a missing platform, and you won't be able to continue up, so you'd have to go back down and go up the other direction, which is really annoying.
So cruel.
And so, okay, so starting at the bottom, you when considering each like intersection a node, as it crisscrosses upward, you go left, and then when they come back together, you either go left or right. It doesn't matter which. Then you go left, then wait, no, not left. I messed that up. Hold on. All right, so you go left, then you go either left or right, then left, then either way, all the way to the top. And the top one should be your 57th step. Which really sucks, because if it gets to the point that you're counting steps, it's just to keep your sanity. I spent like an hour on that first part, and then I realized there was a second part. So you come up to this top step, and there's a vine, and there's some monkeys, some lupins throwing bananas, and you climb past them really easy. There are two monkeys on each of the platforms that are throwing bananas across the vine, so watch out for both those bananas. And you just jump up, or you climb up the vine and jump over to the right and go through the portal. As a warning, there's a little branch-looking thing to the upper left of the portal. It's not really a platform, so if you do try to jump onto it, you could fall all the way down, which I actually did.
Arg!
Which is so stupid, because, there's no purpose to climbing up onto that platform, but, I did it, and I'm sure none of you guys are as stupid as I am, but just in case. So once you're through this portal, you head over to the right, you grab hold of this vine, and you're climbing it again, dodging the bananas that are being thrown. And from there, you head left. But you gotta watch for those spikes, because there's apparently automated gears and spikes running through wooden logs.
There is?
Supposedly, because these spikes are coming up at regularly timed intervals, so they're actually clocked pretty perfectly too. So Watch for the spikes, dodge them, jump across. It's not too difficult, but it's annoying. It's just annoying. And then as you'll climb, you'll notice that the spikes start coming from above. And so you have spikes come from below and above, and they're what's called off rhythm. So you'll have a spike come from below, and then as it retracts, you'll have a spike come from above. But like one slightly faster than the other, so they'll get to a point where they're both like on top of each other, and then they'll both retract, and that's when you have to run through. And so, don't let your patience falter, and keep track of all the timings, and just make your way through. Also, on the part where the spikes are shooting out from the sides, remember that ducking, or laying down, I guess, is very valuable.
Oh yes. And it's so cute too.
Yes, it's very cute, especially with the F6 face. So, okay, after you get past all these spikes, you have thorns, and they look like innocent platforms, and they look like there's nothing wrong with them. But in the center of each platform is a tiny-looking branch thingy, which actually is a thorn, and it will lunge you forward, and you will take 1 point of damage just by touching it. So, there's no point in jumping over these thorns, because there's a platform right above you with a thorn on itself, and it gets really annoying. So, my suggestion is you walk up to the thorn and slightly tap the direction which you're facing to inch toward the thorn, and just keep tapping it slowly, and as soon as you hit the thorn, you'll lunge forward, and you'll land at like the very edge of the platform that you're on. So don't panic and push forward again, because you will fall off. But go back a bit and then jump over to the next platform and keep going like that. It's probably the easiest way to go through that. After you get all these thorns, which do show up in different shapes and sizes, so watch for those. I believe there's 4 levels of thorns. But after all those thorns, you'll see more lupins and more vines. Climb the vines, dodging the bananas. Stupid monkeys.
Stupid.
But alright, the first vine you climb up, and all the monkeys are in sync, so they're throwing bananas across the vine at the same time, which is nice. And then once you start climbing down the second vine, they actually throw them off rhythm again, so you'll have to watch for those. But try to use your name tag to judge your distances if need be. And try not to get confused of which monkey's throwing, because there's 2 monkeys on each platform, but they're facing opposite directions.
Good idea with the name tag.
So then when you're at the very bottom of that vine that you're climbing down, there is 1 monkey, I believe, throwing a banana across that platform. So if you linger on that platform too long, you will fall off. So jump down to the platform, or fall off the vine to the platform, and jump over to the left really quick. When you're getting on top of the third vine, you should watch for the first set of lupins, because the bananas they throw will hit you in mid-jump, so time that properly. And once you're past all the third vine of monkeys, you are at the top. No, you're not at the top. You have a few more platforms to scale. And then just double-click on the flowers, and you have your pink anthurium.
Anthurium, yes. What do you get for all this?
Is that an actual flower, by the way?
What's that?
Is that an actual flower, an anthurium?
I'm not sure. I think it is, though. I could be wrong. I don't know my flowers.
We know nothing about flowers.
Oh, not too much.
So the prize,
Yes.
as you were asking, is 3,500 experience and 1 fame
Wow.
and a scroll for overall armor for defense. And the scroll is either 60% or a 10%, and which one you get is randomly decided. Okay, now 3,500 experience for like an hour and a half of my time isn't cool.
Well, it depends. If you're level 25, it might seem like a lot.
Well, okay, but it's tedious and it's annoying, and there's
It is.
plenty of other quests you can do.
Yes.
Alright, okay, well, first of all, it's a jump quest, and we all know how Wares and I feel about jump quests.
No good.
Never. It's not as bad as Shumi's, though, I have to say.
Okay.
Because there are no, like, lasers in subways, which is good.
Yes. What are those lasers doing there? Oh, never mind.
Wow, stupid lasers. Okay, so secondly, this quest took me about 2 hours to complete, but that's keeping in mind that I was jotting down notes to write this up for you guys. So I'd say it'd take the average Mapler somewhere between an hour and 15 to an hour and a half to do it, unless you have really massive skill. Right after I wrote this up, one of my buddies on my buddy list was like, told me that he's gonna go do this quest, and so I was like, okay, 10 minutes, and he's like out.
Yeah, some people get really good at jump quests. And
I was
it's
like, I just spent like 2 hours on it, like a couple hours ago.
and he called you noob, right?
But no,
No, we hate jump quests.
jump quests are evil.
They are.
Okay, so personally, we think that it's really not worth the effort. Then again, if you're in desperate need of an overall armor for defense scroll, or you just love jump quests, this quest could be perfect for you. And the quest is repeatable, I am pretty sure of.
Nice.
So you can do them over and over to get your overall armor for defense, if need be, until you get a gazillion 60%, and you can sell them for however much they're worth. So that is the conclusion of our first quest corner. Let us know what you guys think. It'd also be cool if you guys could, if you guys had any ideas for quests that you really liked or really hated that you want to share with the other Maplers, share your experience. Write something like this up. Explain how you go through the quest and how you complete it, the items you need to collect, where you go. Describe all that, and then just give us a paragraph or so of your opinion on the quest, on if it's worth it and why or why not.
That's right. And then Trevin and I won't have to go through the hellish torture. You'll do the hellish torture for us.
Yes. And then we'll have this like community, and it'd be like communication and like communicating.
And everything will be sparkly and shiny, and everybody will be happy.
Except for the one who did the jump quest.
That's right. They're all.
I
doing
swear,
F5.
next episode, someone's gonna tell us, like, send us Shumi's quest and be like, it's the best quest ever, and we're gonna put it up and laugh.
No, we hate that person.
Just a warning: if you want us to love you, don't send us anything about Shumi and loving.
That's right.
Right. You ready to move on?
Let's.
Welcome to Hotspot. Where are you training?
So what do you got for us in Hotspots this week, Wares?
In Hotspot, I've
Yes.
got Pig Beach.
Oink oink. In bikinis. Pigs
That's
in
right.
bikinis. Oh boy.
Oink, 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 oink. Alright, this time I'm going to look at an area that's familiar to almost everyone who makes it as far as second job. This will be somewhat of an exception in that this is a training spot known to almost everyone. This is the hidden map or hidden street called Pig Beach. Yes, the infamous Pig Beach, where pigs, ribbon pigs, and the occasional armor hog are to be found. Also, you'll see the usual variety of snails as you make your way out of the map. This is one of those semi-rare maps that has a distinct exit method that is different from the manner of entrance, but I'll get to more on this in a bit. Well, Pig Beach lives up to its name, and the time you spend there will be bathed in swinish glory, trust me. This is where most Maplers will finally come to truly understand the meaning of the phrase spawn rate, because they do spawn there, if you get them going.
In Pig Beach,
Yes?
is the background a beach?
In
Isn't it like
the,
greenery?
in the distance you can see a harbor.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you're near a beach.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that more in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
This is also a first place that most Maplers will have to face mobs in the true sense, even though most who train here don't really have true mob skills yet. This is still the introduction to mobbing techniques and survival for most. Depending on when you start there, you can get your butt handed to you by pigs, but this will teach you the exquisite sensitivity to the tipping point between what your skills and level can handle and what they can't. You want to develop this sensitivity, and you want to develop it to an instinctive point, because it's absolutely necessary to attaining high level in the game. The first thing that every newbie wants to know about it is how to get there. I can't remember how many times I've been asked how to find it. I mean, after all, it is a hidden street. Woot! It can be gotten to from a map called Three-Way Split. This is where the roads from Lith Harbor, Hennessis, and Kerning City all meet. It's a large map with many medium-sized plats on many different levels, dozens of mini plats in between. There are in fact 2 hidden streets, woot, on this map.
Is this Woot thing gonna stay?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well, it's all
necessary.
good. I mean, considering their affiliates and stuff.
So there's 2 hidden streets here. I didn't do it that time, okay?
Oh, I see. Okay. You should. I'll do it for you. Woot!
They're all right, cool.
Awesome.
Woot! One is on the ground, and it's in a pit covered by a plat. This leads to a map called Beach Hunting Ground. This is not where you want to go. It's a desirable destination only if you're one of those weirdos who likes pit fighting and jump quests. And we all know how Shrev and I feel about jump quests.
You know, I actually didn't know there was a second hidden street over there.
Yep, it's on the ground.
Okay, cool. I'll have
And
to
it's
check
got
that
one
out
of-
sometime.
It's got one of those wooden danger signs next to it.
Ah,
If you want to
okay.
go check it out. It's got a lot of pits. I've never seen a map with that many pits in it. But the hidden map that you want, the entrance to Pig Beach, lies on one of the biggest of the low or first level platforms. About a third of the way from the Lith entrance, there are 2 big low plats, one on top of the other. You want the lower one, and you want to go to the right side of it where there's a clump of daffodil flowers. They're yellow flowers, and it's on the right end. You want to stand in them and press up. Now you may not get it at first. You have to walk back and forth in those flowers and keep pressing up until you are transported. Welcome to Pig Beach.
Finally. Pig Beach.
Not that there's sand or anything, but it is kind of a vaguely beachy atmosphere, and you can see a harbor off in the distance. Although if you look on the world map that is available to us, you'll see that you're supposedly on the other side of a mountain range from the coast. Yeah,
Mountain
that's Maple logic for you, right?
Exactly.
Some things in the game just don't make sense.
Maybe the mountains are invisible.
So you start off on this map, you're on a cliff top, and you're safe from pig attacks. In fact, this is where some people like to rest instead of hanging from the ropes. So when you're ready, make your drop over the cliff and start smacking porcine enemies. This drop is a one-way trip, though. And to exit the map, you have to make your way to the separate exit, use a scroll, or just plain die.
Actually, if you, considering all the cliffs and the dips and drops and the way the ground is layered, maybe you're actually on the mountain.
It could be. Maybe that's what it means.
But then it's named Pig Beach, so that doesn't make sense at all. But
Right.
that's another story.
Well, this is definitely a horizontal map, and it has, I'd say room for maybe three to 5 people training at the same time. There's no real strategy here, just kill and stay alive. If you're low
Stay
level,
alive, that's
stay near a
key.
rope where you can jump to and recover from your injuries. I will describe the spots from entrance to exit. Just pick the first open one and start to grind them piggies into ham and bacon until your fingers ache and your eyeballs have melted.
That's a lot of fingers ache and eyeballs melting. In that order?
In that order.
Okay.
Okay, the first spot is near the first ropes after you drop. Then the second spot is near maybe a third rope on top of a slight rise. All of these ropes are dead ends, and they're there just for safe spots. They won't lead you to anywhere if you try to climb them. Next, there is a valley with a thorn at the bottom of it. I've trained there, but most people don't like that valley. To just go through it, they don't stop and train. So normally it's not counted as a training spot. After the valley, there's a little bit of map left, and there's a flat spot. It can be used as training. Some people do, although the spawn isn't as good there. There's also a rope, and this rope does take you somewhere. It takes you to a large plat above. This platform has 3 to 4 spawn at a time, and they spawn pretty fast. So I think it's a pretty good spot, and it's where I used to train.
Yeah, it's a very good spot.
Now you are at the top, and you're crossing back across the map on small plats. Most of these have snails. Second to last has normal pigs, and the very last plat has the separate exit from the map. and you have to follow the order I've given to you if you want to reach it.
The thorn at the bottom of that valley that you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it deals a constant damage, doesn't it?
I believe it does, yes.
I mean, it has nothing to do with your defense or anything, but it always deals 40, I believe, to you.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah. So
I've never noticed that before.
you
but
could
I
be
think
you could be level like 70, you can be level 10, and it will still do 40 damage to you. So watch that thorn; it could be dangerous.
depending on your level, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, that like I said, that first airborne pig plat is where I liked to train. You don't get bothered there very much. But the first two spots I mentioned are considered the best spots. Everyone thinks so, and the competition for them can be fierce. Unfortunately, the beach is a famous kill steal festival. I recommend you avoid this at all. I mean, you can't avoid every accidental KS. It's nearly impossible to do it. Just don't do it on purpose.
Right.
This will show your character and maturity. Two things that can be in short supply in this game sometime.
And you'll make friends.
And you'll make friends.
And, well, at least you won't make enemies.
In fact, I like to think of Pig Beach as kind of whole MapleStory in miniature. It displays some of the best in people and some of the worst in people.
Right. That including maps.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't trained here for a long time, but when I did, it was way back in the day. It was a preferred place for newbie hackers, and I never trained there for any length of time without using what was then your only report for the day. It was often so overrun with cheaters that you could surf all 20 channels and not find an uncorrupted map. I've heard it said that hackers are making somewhat of a comeback there, although I didn't see any on my recent visits. But please, as always, report all cheaters you see. It helps to make the game better for everybody.
Especially because we can report more than once now.
10.
I think you have to wait a few minutes or something between each report. But
Yes.
if you leave a map and come back to it, you can report instantly.
Cool.
Mhm.
So like I said, there's only one way out, and that's up and over across the overhead plats. This exit will bring you back to the three-way split map, but in a different spot. So if you like it, you can make Pig Beach a regular stop and get more than a few levels there. And even after you outgrow it, you may find yourself coming back for the generous porky droppings of leathers, feathers, heads, and gem ores, etc. But if you do, think back on your early days and be kind to those of lower level training there.
Leathers and feathers make, well, not leathers, but the feathers are used for making arrows. So Big
Okay.
Beach is generally popular for archers to come back in, or relatively higher level archers to come back and make some arrows if they need, if they're about to run out or something like that.
I guess I didn't know that. Interesting.
I used to have a hunter.
Ah, okay.
Way back in the day. We're making good time here.
Cool. We're
Awesome.
getting better at this, you know?
Yeah, we are. And we're not, like, digressing. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
They may say it's our worst episode yet.
Maybe we
You
should
guys
just
did-
digress
you guys-
for a bit before jumping into the next episode.
It sucked. You guys stayed on topic the whole time.
Let's talk about Unglades for a while. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to now. So, okay, we were attempting to come up with a catchphrase for Quest Corner, and I suggested that we go with something completely random because we couldn't figure out something that clicked properly. And so I was like, why don't we do carouseling with caribous? And Wares out of nowhere says Unglades.
Ungulates.
Ungulates. Oh, not Unglades.
Ungulates,
Ungulates. My bad. Ungulates.
That's right.
So what's an ungulate, Wares?
Ungulate is an animal, and I think it's defined as having two different stomachs, and basically they eat grass.
Yes, like cows and
Right. My point
llamas.
was it'll make just as much sense to the average listener as saying carouseling with caribous. Completely
Yes.
random.
Awesome digression all the way for the win. Ungulates. Oh man. What a great word too. It's almost as good as defenestrate.
Nothing quite gets to defenestrate though.
No. I
It's
guess
fun.
not.
It is fun to say though.
Yes.
Ungulate.
So now you guys like learned something new. If you didn't know what ungulate, well, I sure did. We're educational now.
Woohoo! We're infotainment. That's what we are.
Yes, because everyone wants to be learning while playing MapleStory.
No,
okay.
maple is what you do to avoid learning.
Exactly. Maple's what you do to procrastinate on your homework. Which you shouldn't do, because then you'll be bad. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to emails. That's enough digressing for now. On purpose, at least. On deletes.
Aqua Road Radio. Emails.
Alright, so first up we got Dylan. And Dylan says, "Hey, my name is Dylan. My IGN is Riku47. I play on Bora, and I'm a level 66 assassin. Great job with the podcast. I really like the new features, Hotspots and Newbie tips."
Woot!
Which is awesome, because we like the new features too. And we hope they'll stay. We hope they'll stay. He goes on to say, I think they can really help people, and that they should stay on the podcast. Keep up the good work, and have a great day.
Wow. Thanks, Dylan.
And awesome. We're loved by many. You know, when I was coming down to start recording this, my sister turns to me. She's like, "Who'd want to listen to you?" And frankly, I don't know.
Oh, leave it to your siblings to bring you down a notch or two.
She's just upset because I'm here recording this episode when I should be spending time with her because I'm leaving tomorrow.
I see.
Okay, well, would you like to take the next email, Worth?
The next email is from Josh, who plays iNinja JI. Or is it spelled with L's?
It's spelled with L's. Oh, we got a voicemail
Yeah.
from Josh. We usually
Yes,
play
we
voicemails
do.
first. I forgot about that.
Should we?
Yeah, let's go ahead and play it now.
Okay, you have to tell me when it's done.
Of course.
Hey, what's going on, Wares and Sherman? This is Josh, Ninja J again, and it's like L Ninja JL. There's no I's in it. Just wanted to ask a couple questions. First thing is, Sherman was talking about the PayPal account, and the stolen credit card and that kind of stuff, hacking into other PayPal accounts. That's what people did to get into Tiger Sushi's account and buy them fake NX, and they got banned for a little while. Just got a little question to maybe spark up some discussion. When you guys were low levels like me, because I am the level 25 bandit at the moment, and it's very hard for me to level. I mean, it takes me like 20 minutes to get like 10%. Nah, that's exaggerating, but it does take me quite a long time. But, so I was wondering, how did you guys go with the tediousness of a low level? And do you have any suggestions, like how to make things more interesting? Or, like, how not to be extremely bored? Okay, thanks, guys.
Well, okay. I'm gonna pass by the whole Tiger and Sushi thing for now.
Okay.
But the whole well, let's get to his question first, or his sparking comment thing. 20 minutes per 10%.
Oh, I wish.
That's so nice.
So long ago.
Well, once you get to the higher levels, it gets so much more tedious. I believe it said that a lot of people quit playing MS, usually between the 50s and 60s, right?
I think it's actually when they turn in the 70s, when you turn third job, because you are basically dealing with a bunch of skills that are next to useless for a whole bunch of levels, and
Right.
you have to use your old skills, and yet you want to train on all these tougher monsters, and so it's just hell.
Really frustrating. But yeah, so I get a little less than 10% per hour. Yeah, per hour. That's like 60 minutes. It's crazy. Training is really, really slow. But as you do get higher up, you start partying with people.
Sure.
Once you get to like where's this level, and then you get an average of what 20% an hour if you have a good party.
If you are on the right, if you're on the right prey, and you're with the right people, and you're all rocking, and you don't have to stop to resupply or anything, yeah, you can hit that rate.
So 20% an hour, and you said you're getting 10% every 20 minutes, but you said that was an exaggeration. So you're getting 10% in less than 20 minutes, and we're so jealous of you.
It's easy. Low level leveling is easy. So when lower levels say, "Oh, what do I do? I'm leveling so slowly. I only get 1 or 2 levels a day." I'm like, "What?"
We get like a level every like 3 days or something, if we're lucky. I mean, it takes, again, 10% an hour. It takes about 10 hours to level. It's frustrating. It does get tedious. You just have to stick through it. I do suggest party questing though. The Kierning party quest.
Right, right. For tedium in general, I think it's a valid question though. For tedium in general, you have to break it up. Don't stay on the same monster forever. Don't
Like raids from level 51 to 76.
I did almost the same thing on Red Drakes.
You go insane. Like I definitely I took a 2-month break this summer, partly because of my internship, but partly because just getting on after my internship and training at rates every single day. When I've been doing it, I'm gonna go back to school tomorrow, and if I play MapleStory, my roommates will be yelling at me because I was at rates when I left school, and I will be at rates again, and they're gonna be like, "You're still here," and they've hated them since back then too. So. Yeah, you definitely have to go somewhere else. Go explore. Maybe every time you level, give yourself some time to go out and explore, check out places that you haven't been before.
It's a tradition with many people. Right after you level, and of course, if you die, then you're not going to lose anything when you level. So it's traditional for many people to go out and check out really, really high-level monsters or bosses. And of course, you're going to get owned right away. But why not? You might as well go see it.
Who cares? Go check out like the Thanatos or Hyannis or something in Aqua Road. Go for it. Why not?
Right.
Take some pictures, screenshots, put them up.
Sure. I mean, even if it's just your ghosty floating there, you can still check it out.
For regular training purposes, I do suggest that you set yourself some goals. Like say that tell yourself that you're going to get about 25% a day, or at least that's what we do at higher levels. Or that's what I do. I don't know what you do for yours.
I try to look at it per hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to get about 25% to 30% of training, and then I go out and meet up with friends on my buddy list, talk to them, hang out with people, just going to random places, finding crowded people, and attempting to jump in their conversation. Yeah, talk to people. It's cool.
Right. I mean, I'm a JM. I might have mentioned that before. So I don't even have to do it consciously. People are messaging me constantly. I mean, and it's not necessarily people who want to join the guild. It's mostly other guildies or listeners or people who are on my buddy list and want to know about this or that or the other thing. Or
Yeah,
just
now
say
that
hi.
we've been hosting Aqua Road Radio, a lot of listeners talk to us, just whisper us, and it's cool because it gives us something to do. I mean, sometimes we're like training and we're grinding and we're on a roll, and so we're a little terse and typing as fast as we can before the mob comes and attacks us. But other times it's kind of nice to just kick back and talk to people. Also,
Indeed.
if you're not in a guild already, I do suggest finding yourself a really nice guild, because guild members make life a lot happier. Because if you get the right guild, it's more of a family. It's like your online family, and you just get on, and they're always there, and you can talk to them.
Right.
And
Those are the
guilds
people
are
who are
awesome.
always going to say grats when you level.
Yes. So to make it less boring, set yourself goals. Go explore a bit after you level. Join a guild if you haven't already. Make some friends. Kierning party quest. Did I say that already? Probably.
You said party quest. I don't think you mentioned a specific one, but yeah, party quests. A lot of different opinions on party questing. You have to get the right party in order to make more EXP than you would just grinding.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you make less EXP. I don't think it matters. It's changing the game up for you. It's giving you showing you different aspects of the game. It's developing different skills, and you may get access to some items and drops that you wouldn't otherwise.
Right, and even like if you're waiting around to get into a guild, not a guild. If you're waiting around to get into a party quest, you're in a party of 4 at Kierning party quest and a party of 6 at Ludi, and so you'll have someone to talk to while you wait.
Right.
It's just something cool to do. And it does
And-
take away a lot of
right.
the tediousness.
You will actually end up knowing people who are in your level group, in your cohort, as it were, like in your class.
Yes.
You will know them later. It's like, oh yeah, I was at Kerning with him. He's a cool guy. Or yeah, I was with her at Ludi Party Quest. She's kind of a jerk. Avoid her.
Just yesterday, actually, I met this bandit who was at the Curing Party Quest, and he was talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, I know you." And I was like, "What?" His other character was a level 101 bandit, and we Ludi Party Quested together.
Ah.
Back in the day. Apparently, he leveled a lot faster than I did. 2-month breaks don't help.
No, they don't.
But I am back playing regularly, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, so mix it up a bit and see what you can come up with. It's pretty cool.
It will make your Maple life much more interesting.
It'll make it fun, and it's a game, so
That's right.
supposed to
the
be
whole
fun.
point. If all else fails, take a break away from Maple for a while. Come back to it later.
break from Maple.
You don't have to play every
Real
day.
life.
Yes, play real life for a while.
Buy some groceries, eat some vegetables. Drink your V8. V8 is good.
V8 is good.
No one likes V8. I find
I
that
hate it.
surprising.
I like vegetables.
Do you
I
like
juice.
V8?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I think
yeah.
because my dad used it to make mixed drinks, and I don't know. I associate it with that, I think.
Everyone I meet is like it's drinking cold tomato soup. No one likes cold tomato soup. Almost like it's a really good source of getting your vegetables,
Oh yeah, it's got like lycopene in there and all sorts of good things.
especially when you're in college, because we don't get
Right,
vegetables as much as we'd like.
You bet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not promoting V8, and they're not sponsoring us, so we'll stop talking about them.
Product placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. Well,
Okay.
Josh had an actual email that he sent us too. So let's get back to that.
Right. Josh wanted to know. Well, he said in his email, in this last episode, Ware says, "Don't even get him started on Tiger, having more than one person using this character." I would love to hear what Ware's had to say. You can just reply in this email, make as long as you want, because I'd really like to hear your opinion.
That sounds like a challenge.
It did sound kind of challenging. Now, you know what? On this show, we tend to throw out our opinions, and we don't really feel like we have to justify them. I mean, sometimes we do, but other times we're just shooting our mouths off. I mean, that's kind of the appeal, I guess.
We
But
just
I
leave
don't-
it to you guys to
That's
decode
right.
the abstractness.
We don't necessarily want listeners to feel like they can't challenge something, so I think we'll actually try to answer some of these every once in a while. So I wanted to answer Josh and say why I don't. I answered him on the email. I sent an email back to him, so I'm just going to read that to you. I said, "Hi Josh. Yeah, I get a bit riled up at some things in MapleStory, like hacking. Hacking keep me ranting for hours. All my guildies have long since learned not to even bring up the subject.
Yeah, we have.
My beef with Tiger doesn't have anything to do with the people that play him. They could be great people for all I know. What gets me angry is the credit or godly status that is unjustly accredited to them. Well, not that they necessarily even asked for it. It's just that they don't deserve it. What they deserve, actually, if there's 6 of them, say, is 1/6 of the credit or hero worship they get. Look at it this way. If you are in a never-ending road race, which people can join at any point, but which is judged only on total distance, why would it be fair for your individual efforts to be compared to that of a relay team? In other words, I don't think Team Tiger is doing anything wrong, but they simply should not be on the world rankings, nor should any other character that is frequently accessed by multiple IPs.
You know, that's a really good idea. I mean, if they can ban people for sharing accounts, they can obviously check IPs and IPs on accounts and such. So it seems logical that they put them in a separate ranking because, like you said, they're not playing the same game.
Right.
And that is a really good idea. We should definitely get Nexon in on this. They should listen to our
But
podcast.
like you've said before, they don't recognize our existence.
No, they don't. They should.
They don't. They're like a giant who doesn't notice a little germ or a little ant that they're about to
emailed
step
them.
on. You did? Oh,
I
they're
did.
they're out to get us now.
They're gonna shut us down. Oh boy. First Amendment, free speech.
There you go.
Exactly.
have to get Johnny Cochran on our side.
Yes. But yeah. So separate rankings, that would be really cool. And I do hope that they do take that into account, because it would be nice to see who's at the top of like, you know, players who are actually playing by themselves, and I don't know, it would be a really good idea.
I don't know if it's possible, but yeah, if it could be done, I think it would.
It'd
make
be
the game
possible, but it'd take a lot of work, I think, because they'd have to go through every account and check all the IPs.
right. You know, and then people do. You know, you can access your account from different computers. So I mean, it would have to be something like frequently accessed, like I said, by multiple IPs.
Still a good idea.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on. Next up we have Jose, who says, "Hiya, I just happened to be playing MapleStory when someone happened to smega this site. I'm your #1 fan, if you can tell from the comments I've left. And I wanted to know, do you have any banners or mini buttons I can add as a signature to my different forum accounts? Love your show. Keep up the super special awesome work."
Super
And then a little
special
semicolon,
awesome.
open parentheses, smiley face, because we love the winking.
Super special awesome.
And it's all one word. It's like
I know.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That gives me a warm fuzzy.
It does. We're loved. It's good to be loved. But
Yeah, buttons.
yes, buttons. We wanted to bring this up and mention this because we'd like to actually add a section to the website called Goodies.
Goodies.
Goodies. And
Goodies.
basically it's going to be another tab. You click on it and it's going to have our site buttons or some graphics, possibly our banner. Well, maybe not our banner because that'd be a little too big. But, you know, things we come up with that will hopefully advertise Aqua Road Radio.
Random screenshots. Maybe.
Possibly. But yeah, we'll be putting stuff up there. You know, things like such as he said, banners and mini buttons that you could throw into your signature, and we'd really appreciate it, because then whatever forum you're on, when people read your forum post, they'll see your signature and hopefully be redirected, and we'd spread our community-ness. Yeah.
New word of the day with Shreppen.
Yeah. Do you know Ben Franklin made up a lot of new words?
Hey, please make sure your banners and mini buttons on your signature, make sure they link back to us, though.
Yes, because
We
we'd
appreciate
greatly
that.
appreciate that. Because it'd kind of suck if they saw Aqua Road Radio, but then had no way of knowing how to get here. But no, yeah, it'd be awesome. If you guys are fans and you guys would like to throw them into your signature, it'd be awesome. It'd be great. And lastly, in our emails, we have
George.
George.
Says, "Hey, what's up? I play a cleric in Kaini, and I was just training at race and wow, this sounds familiar. I was just training at race in the subway. Then this other character came and told me to CC. I said, hey, we can share. But then he called a friend that was level 70 plus to KS me. This was during the double EXP event, and I think your podcast is awesome." Wow. Yeah, people go a little nuts during special events like that, and it's
People
like
go crazy.
the thin skin of civilized behavior seems to get ripped away.
And, oh, God help you if you're in Pig Beach then.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. But yeah, we felt that we had to put this in here because, like you guys know, I've been at rates from level 51 to 76.
Why?
I'm still haven't let them go. I'm kind of sick of them, sort of, but they're there in the back of my mind.
Trevin, man, it's time to move on, Trevin.
I know, but they're so loving, and I've been there for 20. It's comfort zone, you know.
Yeah. I
But
suppose.
the thing is, like, it's not even exciting. You have like a dull background at the subway. You have like ghosts that are like nothing wrapped with bed sheets, and so okay, so you got darkness in the background. You have bed sheets running around back and forth. The music isn't very like uplifting, and it makes you kind of sleepy just playing there, especially if you're playing late at night. But you'll be at rates for a while, unless you actually want to have a life, and then you'd find other things to do. But rates, oh man, rates. But yeah, just if people coming in, I mean, Okay, first of all, someone else walking in telling you to CC, it's understandable to an extent. If you're on the other side of the map, when they first walk in, they don't see your little icon or whatever that shows up on the mini map.
Sure, if it's a big map. that'll
Right,
happen.
and then if they're running across to the right or left and attacking things, and you come from the other direction, they might think that you channel surfed in, and so they're asking you to change channels. So that's okay, understandable to an extent. But then explain
an
your
extent.
situation, and it should be cool. But he called his friend, who was 70 plus, and then KS'd you.
Very uncool.
That's not cool at all. That's kind of excessive. But no, we feel for you. I feel sorry that you were cast like that, and I feel sorry that you're training at raids because they will haunt you for the rest of your life. Not to scare you away from them, because they are good experience to start, and they stay good experience, and they're actually better than coolie zombies, in my opinion, because they're easier to mob. So they're good experience, but you will be there for a long time. So yeah, no, definitely mix it up and take breaks, because you're gonna need a lot of them.
Shreven, come up out of the hole. See the
I'm working on
sunlight.
it, little by little. Wolf spiders right now. You know, wolf
Breathe
spiders
the
and
fresh
griffins.
air. Yeah, that's another hole, isn't it?
It will be. I'll be there till like 120. Yeah.
Yeah, but they got such lovely drops.
Oh, if I ever get any, we'll see. I will have to party with you.
Woohoo!
Anyway, so that's it for emails, guys. Just wanted to say also that we'd like to thank everyone who has advertised, like Smegad or something to that extent, told
Oh,
friends.
thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so very much. We appreciate
we
it.
greatly appreciate it, and it's awesome because Where's and I play on Windia primarily, so we can actually get our word across on various servers. I actually don't have a single character on any other server. Do you, Where's?
I have level 12 archer. on
Okay, so no.
Smartia. Yeah, I think
I remember
play
that. I was
him.
gonna start one with you,
Yes.
and then it just
I-
died after we made a mule, pretty much.
I'd still go back and play him, but of
Mhm.
course I can't remember the account or anything like that. So
Of course. But so yeah, so just the fact that you guys are spreading through word of mouth information about us in various servers in places that we can't reach, we greatly appreciate it, and we're getting a lot of new members.
people I don't even know spending NX for us.
Spending
Wow.
it. Oh yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much.
No, it's so awesome, and it's weird though, because like now Where's has been setting up his shop in the free market, and it has been titling it Aqua Road Radio FTW.
FTW.
And what are you getting every night, Where's?
What do I get? I
Yes.
get people saying, well, I get people going, oh, what? What's that? And then other people going, yay, for the win, woo! Total strangers, I've never heard of them before. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. We like it.
It's cool because we also because you were also saying that some of the people you didn't recognize at all, so it's kind of other people who haven't been emailing us and things like that. So you guys who are listening and haven't been emailing us, email us. I mean, we're getting like what 25 emails or so, and we have to like weed them out and pick ones to talk, because if we're talked about all of them, it'd take forever.
And we still try to respond to all of them.
We do. We actually do respond to all of them, don't we?
Yeah.
Given time.
Yes, we do, unless one or two of them slip through the cracks. If they have, we're very sorry.
Yes. It's not that we don't love you. So yeah.
Yes, we
Well,
do.
speaking of getting in touch with us and emailing us, you can email us. Well,
yes,
I
you
guess
can.
that's kind of obvious from the previous conversation. But you can email us at awkwaroadradio@gmail.com. And we have a blog. Our website is awkwaroadradio.wordpress.com. Like I said, it's not Blogspot anymore. We switched over to WordPress. If you do go to the old site, you'll see all the posts have been deleted, and there's one link, or there's one post with a single link on it, and it will actually link you to the newer site. So yeah, check it out. Let us know what you guys think of the new sites. We'll be putting up goodies. We'll be hoping to put up a couple of other things up there too. So.
That's right. Well, people can also use the voicemail. Did you mention that already?
Oh no, I didn't. Go ahead.
They can They can use the voicemail. There's a voicemail number. Should I read the voicemail number?
They can find it on the site.
They can find it.
We need
can
more
also,
people looking at our site anyway.
That's right. If you want it, if you want to check out the goodies, you got to come to the website
Exactly.
when they're up.
Right.
And there's also we also got a link to My Chingo. You can actually leave us a My Chingo, which is a voicemail over the interlink.
Yes. So you can
Yes,
just,
it is.
if you have a microphone that's plugged into your computer, just click on that link. It'll take you to a little box thing, fill out your information, click record, and speak. The MyChingo does only have a 2-minute time restriction, so we ask that you keep all the voicemails no longer than 2 minutes. But yeah, other than that, get in touch with us, guys. Talk to us.
Cool.
Yeah.
We can be found on iTunes.
We can be found on
and-
iTunes, which you can also find just by going to the site and clicking on the iTunes link.
Woohoo!
Which is kind of cool because it's a link that opens up iTunes on your computer and then goes to it in the iTunes store, which I didn't know you could do before. The things I learned.
Amazing. You always got to be learning. Your whole life you got to be learning.
Yes. Which is cool.
If you stop learning, I think you're probably already dead. You're just too stubborn to fall down.
Like ungulates.
Yes.
Moo. Cows.
Moo. Let's eat some grass.
Yesterday, Wars and I were talking about having to sing sometime. We will. I'm not gonna spring that on you, Wars. Not right now. I'm sorry.
Actually, I have a very lovely singing voice. Thank you very much.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Kind
because
of.
see, I'm tone deaf, and I will sing completely off key, and I will
Okay.
make everyone's ears bleed.
So people will be surprised at how good my voice is, and they'll just laugh at you.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. I'll take that. So no, we should do that sometime. Not now, but sometime.
What
Well,
number?
maybe now.
I'm going
Well,
to start
maybe not.
research. I'm going to start rehearsing. I don't know. Well, maybe the listeners can send us in suggestions of what we should sing.
Oh, that'd be so awesome if we could get listeners singing to something. Oh man, we should. Okay, we
could
should
be
figure
good.
out some song that's somewhat MapleStory related, or a verse of some song or something, and put it up on the website and get people to sing it and send it in to us, and we could just have like an episode of everyone's contributions to this song.
Oh, what fun!
That would be so great. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we've made actually a really good time. This episode
We made
should
good
be
time.
about a little less than an hour and a half.
Hey, man, it's for me anyway. It's still today. Usually, when we're done recording, it's already yesterday, or it's already
Oh,
tomorrow.
in your Central Standard Time.
That's right, a CST.
But yeah, so I guess we're done.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll be moving in. Just as a forewarning, guys, next time we record, I will be in my dorm. So if you hear wild screaming and loud noises, probably, drunken college kids running around. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to figure out what we can do about that, but
Okay, well, that'll be like adding an element of chaos to the normal chaos.
yeah. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing Okay. One way or the other. But yeah, okay, let's go home. We are
All
home,
right.
but let's get off of this.
Goodbye, everybody.
Toodaloos.